Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Don't know if you guys caught this. I saw this on Twitter from Ian Northing at IANBINS on Twitter. Ripple's David Schwartz links XRP Ledger to the 1984 Apple game Rescue Raiders. Okay, that's super bizarre. Ripple's $1 trillion man David Schwartz has revealed there's actually a connection between the XRP Ledger and the 1984 epic Apple game Rescue Raiders. The chief technological officer of Ripple made the disclosure on Twitter, inferring that there exists a link between the widely used XRP Ledger and the old but remarkable game. While the programmer did not mention the connection, there's truly a link between the two technologies. So he says in this tweet, there is a connection between the XRP Ledger and 1984 Apple game Rescue Raiders. What is it? And I'm sure a lot of people are trying to guess what that is. Another interesting tidbit here, the Rescue Raiders game is an Apple II scrolling shooter designed by Arthur Brito and Greg Hale. The game gained wide prominence and was mentioned among Next Generation's top 100 games of all time. So as you guys know, Arthur Brito was one of the co-creators of the XRP Ledger. Could that be the connection, or is there even more of a connection to this? The game today is said to be an inspiration for a bunch of other games. They mentioned Arthur Brito, and he co-designed the game. So who is Arthur Brito, if you guys don't know about him? He's a shadowy character in Ripple's past. We don't know a lot about Arthur Brito. I believe when I first started the channel, I did do a video about Arthur Brito because there were a lot of questions surrounding who he was. We didn't even have a photo of him. Nevertheless, there is a connection between these two guys. I'm not going to read the rest of this article. I will link it in the description if you're interested. Thought that was kind of a fun tidbit for a Friday afternoon. Guys, this is from James RULEXRP on Twitter, XRP community. This is huge. This with regards to Andreesen Horowitz-backed Deel launches crypto payroll tool. So this company is called Deel, D-E-E-L, a payroll platform which has drawn in $44 million in venture capital funding during the pandemic, has unveiled a new tool to allow remote workers to be paid in cryptocurrency. And guys, get this, Deel, which supports remote workforces with payroll and compliance, says the new tool will enable international workers to be paid in Bitcoin, Ether, or XRP with near instant withdrawals. The San Francisco-based startup had partnered with Coinbase to deliver the product. Employees will need a Coinbase account to use it. Deel's chief operating officer, Dan Westgarth, who used to run digital bank Revolut's operations in North America, told the block the aim of the launch is to help workers avoid international transfer fees, as well as helping them get paid faster. So he goes on to say, a question on a lot of people's tongues is, will it be widely adopted? Will the companies paying these people be willing to opt into it? Well, we built it in a way that the company doesn't choose. The remote worker chooses, he says. So I can be working with a very old, boring institution run by a load of old guys who don't understand crypto and oppose it. They could pay me in US dollars, but given I'm a Deel user and given I pay through Deel, I could elect to have my paycheck delivered in XRP instantly. And guys, this is the kind of thing that is going to foster adoption. Once more people realize that cryptocurrency are going to be a bigger part of their lives, they can opt into this even if their employer has no idea what cryptocurrency is, how it works, to pay them in cryptocurrency, so it's no skin off their back. This is going to be great for adoption because you can just choose yourself what you want, and you don't even have to bother to integrate so that it aligns with the choice that you made. Interoperability is going to be key in this emerging market, especially at the beginning when everything is going to be so new for so many people, and there are going to be older generations that are still in the workforce that kind of might just not want to deal with it until they retire. Eventually, newer generations will move up in those spots, and if we start this integration now, I'm sure we will see eventually a lot of people eventually moving their way into cryptocurrency. You got to think to yourself, remember when Facebook came out 2006? Think of how many older baby boomers were still working at that moment in time. And now let's fast forward to today. 14 years later, a lot of those people have retired and younger people have moved into those upper positions. I mean, obviously people who still have jobs right now. But the next generation down, Generation X, or in some cases maybe some older millennials, have the know-how. We use Facebook, we use social media. We've kind of been rolling with it for the last 14 years or 16 years. I think Facebook was actually released in 2004, but it didn't really gain prominence until later. Nevertheless, I'm splitting hairs here. I think you guys get my point. Ultimately, the interoperability will help foster the adoption at the beginning stages, and then later on it won't be a problem because 10 years down the road we'll be so used to it that it'll just be normal and commonplace. I wanted to thank James RULEXRP for posting that. And guys, this from MACKATTACKXRP, another scam alert. Guys, just be careful. Ripple.com.pt always check this, okay? Always check these URLs to make sure you are getting the official Ripple website. This is a scam site, okay? Ripple.com.pt. So if you do see this, do not click on any links. I think just as a rule of thumb, no one should ever click on anything that anybody is sending you that you wouldn't expect them to send. Like Ripple, why would Ripple send me anything? Think about it for a second. Just be careful, guys. Do not send anybody your cryptocurrency because you likely won't get it back. Keep your cryptocurrency safe on cold storage. I personally like to use the Ledger Nano. I've got an affiliate link in the description if you guys want to use that. But you don't have to use it if you don't want to. If you have found another option, use that instead. Not your keys, though, not your crypto. And by the way, if you keep your cryptocurrency on an exchange and you don't have the private keys, let me let you in on a little secret. It is not safe there, technically. But guys, this is from MACKATTACKXRP. Just wanted to thank him for posting that. I also saw this, guys, from Michael Hughes here on Twitter. Now, this is an interesting connection with Payments Canada and how they're in the final stages of the vendor procurement process for the exchange component. A public announcement will be made in due course. Why I find this interesting, let me read you a little bit of this. So Payments Canada today announced the selection of Mastercard's Vocalink as the clearing and settlement solution provider for the country's new real-time payment system. That's right, they're dubbing it the real-time rail. This announcement follows an extensive procurement process that included the Bank of Canada and the Department of Finance. The partnership will draw on Mastercard's expertise and its next-generation real-time payments technology to provide the infrastructure and services to support the clearing and settlement for the RTR. The clearing and settlement solution will meet all Payment Canada requirements, including support for the ISO 20022 messaging standard, and will comply with the Bank of Canada's risk management standards for prominent payment systems. The reason I find this interesting, guys, is because of this. Now, I saw this on the XRP chat message board years ago, and I just so happened to remember it back from June 2018. Somebody here connecting Santander with Mastercard, Vocalink, and Ripple. So Mark Barnett, Mastercard's divisional president for the UK, said the deal would give real scale in the UK debit card market. Now this is with regards to this deal that they had done back then. Just going to continue on here. And was proof that Mastercard's debit card solution offers all the flexibility, security, and convenience banks and their cardholders require in today's digital age. Let me go down here. Mastercard's push into the UK follows last year's, so this would have been 2017, £700 million acquisition of Vocalink. So Mastercard acquired Vocalink back in 2017, which builds real-time payment infrastructure from a consortium of British banks. Vocalink is aimed to launch a separate service this year, allowing customers to pay for online purchases directly from their current accounts, cutting out the need to use debit cards. The company has signed up several banks that issue cards through Visa, including Barclays and HSBC, to join the program. Now, guys, Vocalink have previously mentioned Ripple and cross-border payments in one of their reports. And I tried to click on this link, but it doesn't look like it goes to that page anymore. I was trying to do some more research, guys, and couldn't find anything that links Vocalink with Ripple, but it would have been pre-2017, so it would have been very, very old. It could have been a trial run. Nevertheless, there was a connection there. But here's another thing I found interesting. A recent study by analyst firm Paystream Advisors stated that the majority of accounts payable organizations now conduct cross-border payments. This is only set to increase, and we are seeing new innovations supporting this trend. The Bank of England recently announced a partnership with Ripple, intending to demonstrate the synchronized movement of the two different currencies across two different real-time gross settlement systems. So the Bank of England, Vocalink, Mastercard, all very happy to play together in England. And now we have Canada with the Mastercard and Vocalink connection for those real-time rails. Do you think if the Bank of Canada went to the Bank of England and said, these guys want to use XRP in our system, how's it working out for you? What do you think the Bank of England would say? Well, let me let you in on something if you don't already know this. Mark Carney is an economist and banker who served as the governor of the Bank of Canada from 2008 till 2013 and the governor of the Bank of England from 2013 to 2020. So this was all happening under his watch. Let's not forget. He does hold both UK and Canadian citizenship, and so that's why he was able to do that. But just another point to hit home there with regards to Canada. Their real-time rail system likely got XRP on their radar, considering the Bank of England has been very, very favorable to XRP. So just wanted to put that out there. And then there's this, guys. I was a little disappointed when I saw this, to be honest with you. This from El Crypto King. There's a strong case that Ethereum and XRP are securities. Now, this is coming from former chairman of the Commodity and Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, and he has recently been tapped by the Biden administration to be part of their team. The former Obama administration official has stated that he believes Bitcoin is not a security, but both XRP and Ethereum probably are. This was coming from a 2018 interview, so he may have changed his mind since then. We might have to look at these things under a different light today. There's a strong case for both of them, but particularly Ripple, he says, that they are non-compliant securities. I was a little perplexed when I heard that. Gensler, who previously worked as an executive at Goldman Sachs, said that Ethereum would be classified as such because the first ETH tokens were sold before the Ethereum Foundation networks were functional. Here's where it kind of falls apart. XRP, on the other hand, is more likely to be categorized as a security because a high percentage of the asset is owned by Ripple, the former CFTC chairman says. Now, if you're considering, we talked about this yesterday, if you're considering the XRP in escrow, even if it is owned by Ripple, there are measures in place to release it at predetermined times. Ripple can't just take it all out of escrow and then dump it all on the market if they wanted to. Basically is, I think, what he's getting at here. Being able to manipulate the cryptocurrency based on decisions to favor the business is not happening. XRP is open use. Anybody can use it. It doesn't give you a stake in the company. So although this interview was unearthed from 2018, we may have a different standpoint today. Gary Gensler may have a different opinion today. I also saw this, guys, from Andreesen on Twitter. It must be frustrating as heck for Ripple. The SEC released their framework of whether something is a security or not. Instead of the original 4 points in the Howey test, they have now increased it to 38 points. I was trying to find this new Howey test and couldn't find it. The closest thing I saw was this guy's back from September. The SEC has proposed a new set of rules that will regulate crypto tokens or crypto coin investments when the character of the investments qualifies as security transactions. And some of the things that will be regulated, the position of the commission is that virtual crypto assets are securities unless proven otherwise. Thus, the burden of proving that the crypto asset proposed to be offered are not securities and therefore not under the jurisdiction of the SEC is placed on the issuer or sponsor of said assets. Issuers or sponsors are expected to satisfy the burden. Okay, and then it basically just gives you all these criteria, but doesn't spell out that 38 different criteria now determining whether a cryptocurrency will be deemed a security or not. Let's go on with Andrew L's thread here. A lot of points are still unclear, making it impossible to determine whether something is a security or not. All Ripple then can do is either wait for the SEC to give a statement that the SEC does not view XRP as a security, like with BTC and ETH, or wait for Congress to pass clear crypto laws. Since the SEC seems to refuse the comment and just goes after low-hanging fruit instead, Ripple can just sit and wait for the SEC to comment. The SEC saying that XRP is not a security would mean that they are not under SEC jurisdiction and cannot be penalized by the SEC, which is the fear. But after waiting 2.5 years for the SEC to comment, I guess they are running out of patience. The next move, London, a perfect example of stifling innovation. So as with this morning's video, guys, I'll link it up here if you guys didn't catch that. Brad Garlinghouse saying it'll take 6 months before they come to a conclusion on where Ripple will go. Will it be London? Will it be Japan? Or will all this get cleared up very, very quickly, perhaps with a new administration if Joe Biden takes the office come January? Potentially. I also saw this, guys, another one from Andreesen. Look at the bottom left. I'll show you what this is in a sec. This is David Schwartz from a conference. I don't know how long ago this was. This looks pretty old, though. I mean, Ripple, the world's first open payment network. The company now has very sleek booths at these events. And so this was probably way before the company was worth the $10 billion that they're currently worth today. What I wanted to bring your attention to was this. Down here, guys, if you guys can see this, XRP plus Bitcoin, shared principles, shared dream, helps bring Bitcoin to the mainstream. I know that's very, very difficult to read there. And so Bitcoin, clearly the asset that has the name recognition, and even back then, maybe we can assume that people at Ripple were realizing how beneficial, how powerful XRP is, and how it could actually transfer one's Bitcoin quicker than Bitcoin can transfer itself. So think about this, the name recognition of Bitcoin with the power of XRP moving it, could that finally be the answer? Even if it's not Ripple's vision today, it seemed to be at a time. So could that and will that be the reality moving forward, okay? The Bitcoin network's going to get clogged up, especially if we see higher highs than we've seen currently for Bitcoin, people trying to buy and sell. The FOMO frenzy is about to kick in, guys. If you weren't here in 2017 and didn't feel the burn then, you might today, unless XRP is going to be that gateway to help all these brand new crypto traders navigate through their Bitcoin pains. More demand for XRP means the value of XRP will go up as well. This will also help XRP price, guys, so you and I can cash out a portion of our XRP for profits. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.